Everyone, thanks for joining us on the news briefing for this Wednesday. We're going to get started with talking about a newer type of retail food permit that you may not be aware of. It lets people prepare and sell food out of their homes versus a commercial kitchen. It's called a Microenterprise Home Kitchen Operation Permit, and we have colleagues from our health department's Environmental Health Bureau to talk about who would be able to take advantage of this permit and how to get it. We're very pleased to have Kyler Asato and Armando Gonzalez with the Environmental Health Bureau. Hello, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. We're here to announce the Environmental Health Bureau will soon be rolling out a new type of health permit. On September 19th, Monterey County Board of Supervisors voted to opt in to the Microenterprise Home Kitchen Operation Program. Amigos is a food facility that is operated by the residents in the private home, where the food can be stored, prepared, and sold directly to the customers. Prior to opting into the MICO program, residents could only prepare limited food at their homes with a cottage food operation permit. Now, residents will be able to offer a variety of cooked foods, prepared meals at their home for pickup, delivery, or even dine-in services. The new MICO's permit will help support the farm-to-table movement and will provide another economical opportunity. One thing to note is that this permit does not require the high starting costs involved in opening a restaurant, as any home kitchen may be approved for a MICO permit. We will soon be launching a webpage on the Health Department website that will have all the flyers, application, and additional information to help facilitate this process. And these documents will be available in English and in Spanish.
So can you tell us a little bit more about some of the requirements? Because this isn't like making your kids' school lunch. This is a little more detailed, and I'm sure there are some rules, some safety rules that people should be aware
of. Good morning. My name is Armando Gonzalez. I'm the supervisor for consumer protection. And thank you, Maya, and thank you, Kyler. Yes, so this is an actual restaurant in a residential home. So people could dine in or pick up food or have it delivered. There is a few exceptions, like raw oysters, anything that relates to complex foods that requires help me with the word, Kyler.
A HACCP plant or any specialized process.
There you go. But other than that, there's no commercial requirements that a restaurant may have. Once they have to submit a standard operating procedure to our department, it gets approved, and our inspectors will go out to the facility. We'll make an agreed upon appointment date and do an inspection once a year. There may be more if there's complaints, but other than that, they're up and running after they get their permit with us.
Are there safety issues, the same safety issues that restaurants or other food providers have to follow that would apply for this micro enterprise kitchen permit?
Yes, so when we do inspections and when the operator submits the application, part of the standard operating procedures will be how they will ensure that the food stays safe to consume. So how it will be cooked, how they will be stored, and then proper hand washing, as well as proper cleaning and sanitizing of food equipment. Those are the items that the inspectors will be looking for when reviewing an application and conducting the on-site inspection.
So I wonder if you could also talk about the type of food that might be most popular for people who might want this type of permit, the type of food that's something that they would make and then sell out of their home.
Yeah, sure. So if they are well known for maybe their burritos or any kind of food that they specialize in, like barbecue, that is available to be applied for the Microenterprise kitchen. It is no longer limited to non-potentially hazardous foods and baked goods like our cottage food permit, which we have available now. Now it's more food that is considered potentially hazardous, but can be done safely.
So then what is the difference then between the micro enterprise and the cottage permit? Because it sounds like both permits are still going to be there. And depending on what you make, you might want to choose your permit.
That's exactly right. So our cottage food operation permit allows for non-potentially hazardous foods, shelf-stable foods like jams and jellies, baked goods, things that are not gonna expire very soon. Whereas a micro-enterprise kitchen is an operator that is cooking and serving maybe hot foods or foods with dairy.
Things that
The
would be
dining option is also something to consider. There's no dining option with the cottage food.
and I'm sorry, I spoke over you. Would you say that again in terms of where you could have people in your home eating?
Exactly. Sorry, Maya. So the dine-in option is available in the Miko, but not in cottage food. Cottage food is just for straight sale, delivery, or pickup.
So I'm thinking of in a couple minutes, we're going to have the Ag Commissioner's office on to talk about the farmers market. Is this something that somebody, if they were making hot food in their home, would they take it elsewhere to sell it, or are they really only selling it out of their home versus another location?
Yeah, so Amigos is at the site specific. They would either need to dine in or the food would be delivered or picked up from the residential home. Whereas a cottage food, those prepackaged foods could be sold at a farmer's market.
So if someone was interested in finding out more, what's their first step that they should do?
They can reach out to the health department. They can speak with the supervisors or any of the inspectors. We will have the applications uploaded to our website. We're currently working to process those documents, making sure that they're accessible both in English and Spanish, but that website will be coming soon. And then the cottage food operation permits are already online and available in the environmental health website.
And contacting the main environmental health number, if someone was very interested in getting an application now, they should call the Environmental Health Bureau number for an application. All right, thank you both. Very exciting news, especially for all those home cooks who have those special secret recipes that now we can all enjoy. I appreciate you both being here, and great news on this new permit.
Great, thank you.
All right. So we just mentioned a little bit about the difference between you being able to sell food at the farmer's market versus out of your home. And so we are going to talk a little bit about farmers markets now. They're hugely popular, but you might not know that the Agricultural Commissioner's Office plays a major role in making sure buyers get food straight from the growers. It's the Ag Commissioner's Office job to certify a farmer's market. And by certifying, we mean that the farmer is selling food that they have grown. So we're very pleased to have Richard Ordonez here to tell us more about the certification process and what goes into it and why it's really a great consumer safeguard.
Oh, thank you, Maya. Yeah, so as you mentioned, certified farmers markets are wildly popular. They have been for quite some time, and it provides an opportunity for small farmers to interact with the public, to educate the public on where their food comes from, and it really provides a connection as far as the consumer and the grower. It cuts out any middleman, like in large commercial agriculture where you purchase the food in a grocery store. The farmers market program statewide, there are approximately around 655 certified farmers markets in California, and about 2,700 certified producers. About 60% of those markets are year-round, whereas the rest of them are seasonal. And in Monterey County, we have about 14 certified farmers markets, and about half of them operate year-round. And And basically what a certified farmers market is it's a venue for small growers to sell their crops, and the crops that they produce. So what we do is, say for example, a small farmer wants to sell at a farmer's market. They contact our office and we send inspectors to go and verify the crops that they're growing. We look at the acreage, how much they have, the different types of varieties. And then what we do is we create a certified producers a certificate, which lists all the crops that we saw out on the field, and we create a certified true copy, and we will emboss that paper copy and provide it to the producer. Now, what the producer has to do is when they go to a farmer's market, they have to display that certificate that lists all the commodities that they grow and that we verified, so that either the consumer or an inspector can verify that. And we send out inspectors to do inspections at the market itself, not only at the farming growing grounds. We go out to the markets, and then we ask for that certificate, and we verify the commodities that they're selling on their tables matches with the certified producer certificate that we created. And that way we ensure that the grower is indeed selling what they grew. And the other thing to farmers markets is that this is just in Monterey County, that's what we do, but all the other counties do the same sort of thing. So their producers, they go out to their fields, verify, and then so for example, somebody in Fresno County that has peaches, Fresno County Ag Commissioner did the same thing. So when they come to one of our markets, they will have to have their list on their certificate, and when our inspectors go out and inspect that, we'll be doing the same thing of verification with growers from other counties. So it's a network in terms of a regulatory program for farmers markets. And what we're trying to prevent is, anybody trying to supplement, like somebody, for example, purchases some produce and tries to sell them at the market. That's not the intent for a certified farmers market. So in a nutshell, that's kind of how, what we do in terms of, direct marketing and certified farmers markets. And if anybody is interested, you can get on our website, and we have information, applications if you wanted to get a certified producer certificate for for farmers out there, or if you're interested in opening a certified farmers market. In order to open a certified farmers market, there are some requirements. You need to either be a certified producer, they can open a market, or you have to be a nonprofit organization or a government agency. So
thanks for really. I was trying to pull up the map that you have, or the documents you have on your website. There's a list of all the certified on your website. There's a list of all the certified farmers markets, and also those applications are also there. This is like another arm of the consumer side of the Ag Commissioner's office that I think people don't think about, because you're really letting people know that what they're buying is really from this grower, even if the grower is not from Monterey County. So, I mean, I know I've been to the farmers markets where I've seen peaches that I know aren't grown in Monterey County, but this is a way to ensure that even if they're not from Monterey County, you're still supporting a grower, and I'm purchasing directly from them.
That's correct. Yeah. and when we do have, issues with or questions, we contact our partner ag commissioners in other counties, for that, like if there's something amiss with that peach grower, we can call up Fresno County and then, talk to their folks that work in the farmers market program.
I'm just going to, in case people have not seen it yet, I just want to go ahead and show this list that you have. There are quite a few farmers markets in our area, and you're saying that half of them are year round. So, sometimes the growing season is over and those that are really driven by certain growers, they're not going to be able to go through the winter months, but other markets are larger and may have access to growers bringing foods in from, like you were saying, maybe the Central Valley or some other location.
Yes, definitely. I think in the winter time, the selections obviously of fresh produce kind of dwindles a little bit. You're kind of stuck with winter type vegetables and fruits if available. But there's also, like nuts that can store for long periods of time that you'll see more in the winter time. Yeah, and I saw there that, I guess there were 15 listed there. I'm not sure if that's accurate. One of them might have shut down, or it fluctuates a little bit, but between 14, 15 around there.
So for residents who really want that purchase from the grower, if it's really means a lot to them to buy directly from a grower, they should look, if they're at a farmer's market, they should look for that certification, that certificate that tells them that they are a certified grower, correct?
That's correct. So it's called a certified producer certificate. And as I mentioned, everyone that's selling in the certified section of the certified farmers market needs to have that, and it has to be displayed. It's in regulation that it has to be displayed. And it either is an embossed copy, or you'll see a sticker of the county that approves that list. So, and you can ask the producer if you want to see that as a consumer.
Well, we still have a few more weeks to go in our growing season with our crazy weather. So still plenty of opportunities for people to go and get out in the farmer's market and find that grower whose food that they love.
Yes.
Rich, thank you very much for sharing this information today. We really appreciate it. And thanks everyone for joining us on the briefing this week. Our next briefing is next week. We'll see you then.